Indigenous Rights Radio, because knowledge is power.
The Indigenous Media Zone will provide Indigenous media journalists a working space equipped with Wi-Fi during the 24th session of the Permanent Forum. The space will also allow for interaction with non-Indigenous media. The Indigenous Media Zone will include a main stage where interviews, panels, debates and discussions with Indigenous experts, human rights defenders, delegates and business leaders will take place, a media workspace with real-time coverage, interaction with speakers and blogging about events will take place, and social media, Facebook Lives of selected sessions, panels and interviews that are scheduled. The following is an interview that took place at the Indigenous Media Zone.
Hi, my name's Chelsey Perry. I'm a citizen of the Nisga'a First Nation, registered through the village of Ngingolith in northern BC in Canada. And I'm here with Cheryl Lightfoot from University of Toronto, as well as affiliated with UBC Faculty of Medicine.
Thank you so much for being here today. Tell us, what is the most pressing issue amongst the Indigenous peoples in your community?
Really the adoption of UNDRIP in Canada in policy, and making sure that the implementation of it isn't in line with Canadian white settler laws, but with the needs of our communities within Canada.
Some will argue that Canada is on the forefront of implementation in the world. I've heard that before. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I think that I'm from BC, and I think that there's many ways that we're moving forward in strong ways, but I think that there's often a perception of when we say we're adopting UNDRIP, that looks really good for the nation, but what does that look like on a community level? And there's definitely a lot of room for growth within Canada.
All right, so what would your advice then be to the powers that be in Canada as far as full implementation is concerned?
I would advise them to uplift the voices of Indigenous women and matriarchal wisdom within leadership and policy development in Canada, and to have Indigenous people at the forefront of the policy implementation and creation.
For more on the rights of Indigenous peoples, visit cs.org and follow Cultural Survival on Facebook and Twitter.